Hi everybody, welcome back from the break, and I must say I appreciate everyone coming back promptly from the break. As you know, we got a full plate the rest of the day, and so right now let's get right into it here. I've got an activity plan for us based on some work that was done about a month ago at a hazard identification training I gave. And so what we're going to do is revisit the topic of hazard identification. And we've got the results of a quiz that we put together about a month ago. If you look down on the table in front of you, you'll see a handout that looks like this. And you'll see 22 industries that were picked at random from the Bureau of Labor Statistics database, which looks at injury and illness rate frequency for all the industries in the U.S. Okay, so what we had the group do was study this for about an hour. Now we don't have time to do that now, so I'm going to give you the highlights from what we did. So they studied this for about an hour. Then the group collectively chooses the 3 highest risk workplaces to be in and the 3 low risk workplaces. And then they segregate all the others based above and below the median of about 3.5 lost workday cases per 100 workers per year in the U.S. Okay, so as you can see from the handout that I gave you, in the 3 highest risk industries, the group listed nuclear power plants. And also you see at the bottom there, the group also selected nursing homes as a low risk environment to work in. We're going to see in a moment that looks can be deceiving in that respect. So what we will do next, pick up this sheet where the answers are. And again, this is data from 2012 from the BLS database. And if we look in here for nuclear power plants, you know, we think they'd be up here in the red. There's 3 industries up here in the red zone. Nuke power is way, way, way down at the very bottom of this list. It is by far the safest workplace of the 22 industries listed on this sheet here. So we want to go around the room here and do a little discussion and find out why that is. What kinds of hazards would we see in a nuclear power plant situation? Okay, Andrew, what can you give us? You got your hand up. Okay. Radiation exposure. Kind of a no-brainer, right? Nuke power plant, radiation. Okay, what else? Anybody? Robert. High voltage electrical equipment. Yep, for sure. All power plants have that, right? Anybody else? Thomas? Thomas thinks high pressure, high temperature steam in the piping and pressure vessels. By all means, that needs constant maintenance and inspection to make sure that stays together. So here we see there are a ton of hazards in nuclear power plants, as there are in lots of power plants. So what would make nuclear plant be a pretty safe place to work? Who can volunteer that? I may. Okay, I understand that you did work in the electric power generation industry for a while, and gas-fired plant, not a nuke. Okay, what can you tell us about power industry? Pretty clean and orderly workplace, right? Tons and tons of training, okay. Good screening of contractors before they come on location. Contractor safety management, very important part of running any kind of a big business, all right? So, okay, so collectively these safeguards can certainly turn a place like a nuclear power plant into a pretty safe place to work. Okay, if we look at the bottom of the list there, the group considered nursing homes to be pretty benign places to work. But if you look at the data here, we see that nursing homes have more lost time incidents per year than underground coal mines, trucking firms, steel mills, on and on and on. We say, what's up with that, dude? Nursing homes versus underground coal mines. Okay, anybody have any comment here? Linda? Linda's worked at hospitals, she knows a bit about this. Okay, what can you tell us about the hazards of working in a nursing home? You know, but before you give me a comment, I'm just thinking out loud here. God, nursing home, pretty quiet place, senior citizens, low energy environment, not a lot of noise, no hearing protection, no respiratory issues with dust. So what indeed would make that be a hazardous workplace? So Linda says, lifting heavy, cumbersome objects. I think I get it. Lifting people out of bed, putting them in wheelchairs, right? What kind of injuries? Back injuries. I totally get that. Yeah, I totally get that. So what else? What else? What other kinds of hazards would we have there? Andrea. Combative patients. Okay, there can be injuries from that. All right, combat. Right there in the room. Anything else? Marjorie. Needle sticks. Okay, yeah, a lot of medicine being practiced there. Could have some injections going on. You know, we have safeguards for things like that, for needle sticks, proper containers and all that, but sometimes people mess up and that stuff's laying around, somebody gets hurt. Okay, so all in all, nursing homes, not that safe a place to work by the data here. So in a quick review, we've looked at the injury and illness rate for a whole range of industries in the U.S. We've had a couple of big surprises there. I've got another tool for us to use as hazard identification experts in our workplaces. Look over the fence, try to determine what could be the hazards in other workplaces and the safeguards that are put in place. And again, don't always be fooled by first looks. There can be all kinds of crazy things going on there that would require a little bit deeper dive. So thanks again for promptly returning, and we're going to break again here and be back in a few minutes. Thank you.